when Pharrell was doing this, I was like, not like, what the hell, like making a really expensive Speedy. But now that they're releasing these colors, I'm like, okay, now I get it. Like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. I wanted to discuss today the new P9 Speedies coming out from Louis Vuitton from the men's collection. I know that these Speedies were pretty popular actually, the first drop that they had. With Pharrell's first fashion show, he launched these Speedies in this really supple leather. I'm sure a lot of you guys who are into Louis Vuitton already know this, but I think he launched it in there was definitely a red, because I've seen it on Amelia Rose's closet and she's loving it. It looks really incredible. So if you'd love to see a review of the red one, I'd check out Amelia Rose and I'll link her below. Then there's also a green one, which I've also seen on a Rachel Went Shopping channel. And the green one is also really stunning as well. It's this really rich green. I believe there was a yellow, can't quite remember, maybe an orange. I know that there was some that were harder to get than others. But now they've released a few other colors, which I think would be quite popular because they're kind of a little bit more I mean, all colors are unisex, but these are kind of bordering on girlier because there's like a pink and a purple. And even though this is a menswear collection, I think a lot of girls are also going to go crazy for these bags. They are really expensive though, and I believe there will be like a pre-order situation because, well, the previous launch of these colorful Speedies, which are now, I think they're all completely sold out, all those original colors, you had to pre-order them and they were quite hard to get, very limited. You do have the Speedy 40 in the turquoise and the purple for 11,100 USD. That is a lot, guys. That is like more than a Birkin, I think. Actually, it's probably as much as a Birkin. And I know everyone always compares things to Hermes, but Hermes was always seen as untouchable. It's like the most expensive brand. And now that these like more everyday Louis Vuitton bags are reaching that kind of Birkin amount of money, yeah, I guess they're trying to elevate their pieces, and they're trying to make it, yeah, just fancier by elevating the prices as well. You can also get the P9 Speedy in turquoise. This one is going to be 12,400. And I imagine that this leather is quite lightweight because a size of this bag in leather would be very heavy. But yeah, I don't know myself. I've actually never seen any of these Speedies in real life, which does tell me that they are quite limited and they're quite rare. I have seen like the checkerboard Speedy and some of the other Speedies that Pharrell have designed, but these leather ones, I never see anyone in Melbourne wearing them. And I was thinking that, you know, I would see them a lot more often. I've seen them, as I said, a little bit on YouTube, but yeah, they're actually quite elusive now that I come to think of it. And I've never seen one in a boutique. Not that I visited a Louis Vuitton store recently, but I think they are quite rare. They also have a camel color, which is a little bit more neutral. Not my favorite, but this one is in a nubuck leather, so a little bit different, and it's a bit more expensive as well. 12,000 euros for the size 40. Now, I do think that they're going to do the smaller sizes as well. I do think that the most popular size is going to be the size 25. That is a very classic Speedy size, and it's not too big for every day. And Rachel Went Shopping and Amelia Rose's Closet do own the 25 size, and they look like really easy everyday bags. So a lot of people, I think, are going to go crazy for the purple because Louis Vuitton doesn't often do this shade of purple, and it is quite striking. It is actually breathtaking in purple, and I'm sure we'll see more people unboxing this because I really hope they do, because I actually really like it. For me, you're probably asking, Jess, you've sold a few bags lately, why don't you buy it? Well, I don't know, guys. I still think that with the monogram, it is quite loud. That being said, I do have a picotin with like daisies on it, which is a little bit loud as well. But yeah, I mean, the Speedy, I've owned a few Speedies through my handbag collecting years, and I do like the Speedy. I used to have a cherry Speedy and I used it quite a lot. So I do think that I would find this a very usable style, but I really want to buy a Birkin 25 this year or next year. So I think that this would be into my budget, to be honest. Maybe if I already had a Birkin, I don't know, there's always another Hermes bag I want, and yeah. if I had all the money in the world, I would also collect Louis Vuitton, to be perfectly honest. And one of these, I would be tempted by one of these Speedies. I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, they are, at first, when Pharrell was doing this, I was like, not like, what the hell, like making a really expensive Speedy. But now that they're releasing these colors, I'm like, okay, now I get it. Like, these colors are actually really stunning in this leather. Like, the saturation of the color is very captivating. Okay, the purple, yes, we love the purple. Okay, next thing, okay, the turquoise is also coming in the size 25, which, you know, a few years ago, I know a lot of people were obsessed with the Tiffany blue color. Even I know Tiffany did like a Fendi collab last year, and a lot of people went crazy for, everyone loves that Tiffany blue shade. I do have like Hermes Blue Atoll. I would say it's similar, but it's not as saturated. It's a slight more pastel color. And this, I wouldn't say is Tiffany blue either. This is like a true turquoise, and it's because the runway show was very much Western inspired. It had a lot of like cowboy and like turquoise jewelry. So, yeah, that was pretty cool in the turquoise. Let me know what you think as well, guys. Are you sold? Because I think a lot of people want to go for this turquoise color. And also something I didn't mention with this bag is that it comes with a little pouch as well, like a clochette, which is bigger than the usual key clay. Yes, and sorry, someone is texting me. My dad's texting me, so my phone's going buzzing. And my phone's kind of broken, so I need to buy a new phone. But, you know, I always prioritize fashion over phones. So, yes. Okay, next thing that I'm loving is the fuchsia color. Obviously, the fuchsia, oh gosh, like, what is your favorite color, guys? Because usually I would be like 100% pink. If I was going to get one, what color would I get? It would be the pink. Absolutely. I love the purple as well, honestly. I think I would have to try it on in real life. Not pink. Pink is just stunning. I mean, who doesn't love pink? I mean, a lot of people, but this is like a pinky purple. It's a fuchsia. This is in the size 40, 9,000 euros. Now, I assume the pink is going to come in the 25 as well. And for your information, the size 25 is 9,300 USD or 7,500 euros, and it's launching in July. So you do have some time to save up for it, guys. Sell your bags if you need to get some funds for this this bag, because it is not cheap. You're gonna have to be really like, you're gonna have to really love it to invest in it, because yes. And will these hold value? I actually don't know, guys. I don't know much about, like, if you're thinking about that, if you're like, what if I regret it? Can I sell it for, like, can I break even later, or can I make a profit? Because I do consider that, because I know I can't predict my tastes in the future. Maybe I'll regret it and I'll sell it. So I always like to think about resale value. Will these hold value? I honestly don't know, guys. Like, I actually need to do more research on the pre-love market. I think Amelia Rose did mention in one of her videos that she saw her red one on Fashion File selling for a premium. So perhaps right now they do hold value. I don't know about in 10 years whether they'll still be as relevant, but maybe they will. Maybe they'll be super collectible. It all depends on whether people are still collecting Louis Vuitton or as obsessed in 10 years. We don't know what it's going to be like in, you know, 1 year, 2 years, but yeah, I don't know if that, to be honest, I wouldn't say these bags are an investment. I would only buy it if you are obsessed. I wouldn't buy it to resell or something like that. They're a little bit risky. But yeah, they're the main colors that I think are pretty cool. Now, they're also going to release the Speedy in exotics, which I'm not a huge fan of the ostrich. I don't know. I like ostrich sometimes, and sometimes I think it looks kind of like warts. And in these Speedies, I feel like the finish is not as nice. So there is going to be a Speedy 18, I think, in a caramel kind of tone. And I don't like how the handles are like lumpy. It looks a little bit ugly to me. I would prefer if they like sanded down the lumps. Like, I know that when Hermes do ostrich, they sand it down so it's not as lumpy and it just looks like a pattern. I think that's a bit more elevated when they do that, or it's just a little bit more refined. But I understand why they made it really lumpy, because it's giving it more of this like rustic look. So if you're into the ostrich, you can get it in a few shades. There's like a burgundy color and a khaki as well. And of course, these will be more expensive. For example, the 18 bandolier is 11,500 euro. The 25 size is 18,000 euros, and the size 40 is 28,000 €1,000. There are some more Speedies in exotics. You've got this black one, which is pretty cool. Rodeo Speedy P940 in alligator skin. €25,000. Oh gosh, okay. Wow. So this one has some sort of like overlay of monogram. Then it has these like cowboy silver accents and black alligator. That is bougie. Then you have this Rodeo Speedy P925. Okay, so the smaller ones there's going to be like a Nilo skin and a Poro skin. I'm not sure what that means, Poro skin. Okay, so there's going to be like a light blue, like matte alligator looking style. Again, with those silver little rivets. And then there's more of a cognac brown. This one looks like it has a bit more of a shine to it. With the gold hardware. And then above it, there's also these like more suede looking texture alligator. I don't know, it looks a little bit more like fluffy in a way. And there's two options there. And of course, they're over $200,000 as well. So yeah, they're not for the faint of heart, these prices, but you know, you're going to have that on the runway show, these really elevated exotics. But I did notice that Louis Vuitton is really focusing more on exotics with their Speedy lately. And even when I go on info.lv's Instagram, she just recently showed Nano Speedy in ostrich, which I've never seen this before, guys. Like, this actually shocked me, and I think this is kind of like the girl option of like what they're doing with the men's, because you know, I mentioned that they're doing those like, you know, more ugly Speedies, and this one doesn't have the monogram, which I actually think looks cuter. I will say this is way cuter, but it's nowhere near as cute as like when you see pink ostrich from Hermes. Like, just my opinion, guys, because I have seen recently Hermes have done a mini plume in ostrich, and that bubblegum pink is just absolutely on point. But this one, it's cute, but it just doesn't have the same, it just doesn't look as good. I don't know what it is, but anyways, then you've also got a Loop PM in this pink and the Side Trunk PM in the pink as well. So pink ostrich, it seems to be trending this season. And then with the Capucines, they're also doing some really stunning crocodile pieces. Now, they've for a while done the Capucines in these really elaborate exotics. I did notice this beautiful exotic pink quartz crocodile Capucines. Oh my gosh. This finish is just like, it's called pink quartz, but it has like an opal kind of effect. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't know what they've done here. This is like just such a cool effect. And it comes in the BB and the mini size. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. And then there's also going to be a twist and a petite with like a chunky handle, a twist in a more east-west shape, and a card holder. So, you know, you got to probably get the card holder as well if you're going to get the Capucines. Some really cool pieces coming out in July. This is not entry-level Louis Vuitton. This is like upscale Louis Vuitton. My favorite bag out of everything I've mentioned today has got to be the LV Exotic Croco pink quartz mini Capucines. Hello, that is so pretty. But second place, what would I get? I don't know, because I'm just thinking if I had all the money in the world, would I get the Pharrell collection? Because now that I'm looking at the girls collection, I actually think it's cuter. No, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But yeah, probably the pink quartz effect is beautiful. Out of the Pharrell collection, I would say the pink Speedy, the fuchsia one is the cutest. And I think that would be really nice in a Speedy 25. I do think that they didn't show it on Matt D79's Instagram that there's going to be a 25, but I just assume they're going to have it in the 25 size as well. That is really cool. But I do wonder if they're going to do more shades of this P9 Speedy in the future. Maybe they'll do more pastel colors, like maybe we'll see a pastel pink and a pastel green or something like that in the future. I wouldn't be surprised. But let me know, are you tempted by any of these bags, and what do you think? Thanks for watching my video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because YouTube keeps unsubscribing people from my channel without them knowing. So I would really appreciate it if you check. If you have subscribed, just make sure that you are. And thanks for all your support and watching my video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!